Maayong buntag sa tanan. Welcome to the MATATAG Science 7 Quarter 4 Week 1, the Introduction to Earthquakes and Faults. This is under the learning competency. Classify geological faults according to the angle of the fault plane and direction of slip. And number 2, use models or illustrations to explain how movements along faults generate earthquakes and identify and explain which types of faults are most likely to occur in the Philippines and explain why. My name is Ma'am Love and I will be with you today in this video. If you find this video helpful, please do show your support and subscribe to my channel so that I could continue creating similar contents and videos. Please do also leave a comment on this video. For the entire week, these are our lesson objectives. 1. Describe the Pacific Ring of Fire. 2. Classify the geologic faults according to the angle of the fault plane and the direction of slip. And 3. Acknowledge the relevance of seismic activities with the location of the country. For teachers, I have included suggested resources that might be helpful for the entire week. In this video, there are warm-up discussions, activities, study notes, and formative assessment. Let us start with a warm-up discussion. What is an earthquake? Students, please raise your hand so that your teachers can take note of your answers on the board. You will be given 1 minute to provide an answer. Pause this video so that you will be able to answer this activity. Let us unlock some content vocabulary. On the table, unscramble the letters of the term being described by the given statement. Pause this video so that you will be able to answer this activity. Let us do activity 1. Map me. The materials needed, a world map or globe, and a marker. For the instruction, locate the following countries on the map or globe with a marker. Students, to be guided, here is the rubric for scoring. Guide questions. Number 1. What do you notice about the location of the places listed above? Number 2. How is the location of the places related? The term Ring of Fire specifically refers to the chain of volcanoes that encircle the Pacific Ocean, indicating the high level of volcanic and seismic activity in the region. The Pacific Ring of Fire dominates the Pacific Ocean with at least 450 dormant inactive volcanoes forming a horseshoe. The Philippines is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. The Pacific Ring of Fire covers a chain of shoreline countries around the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ring of Fire is a region where a large number of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur regularly due to the movement and interaction of tectonic plates along the Pacific Basin. There are a lot of volcanoes in the Pacific Ring of Fire because of the movement, collision, and destruction of lithospheric plates. Aside from volcanic eruption, earthquakes also occur in the Pacific Ring of Fire. The movement of the ground is responsible for the geological activities on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Let us now have a formative assessment. Check your understanding. Identify if the following is true or false. You will be given 3 minutes to answer. You may pause this video as you answer. Checking the answers. For day 2 and 3, this is our warm-up discussion. Do you know what earthquake faults are? You will be given 1 minute to provide your answers on the board. Your answer may be similar to this. Now let us unlock some content vocabulary. Hanging wall. The hanging wall is the block of rock that lies above an inclined fault plane. Its name comes from the fact that it hangs above the fault. In many types of faults, especially normal faults, the hanging wall moves downward relative to the footwall during an earthquake. Footwall. The footwall is the block of rock that lies below an inclined fault plane. It forms the lower part of the fault structure. In a normal fault, the footwall often appears to lift relative to the descending hanging wall, even though it might actually be moving less or not at all. If you have access to YouTube, please watch this video from News2Go Quick Facts about the Philippine Fault Zone. Motivation activity. Study the movements in the picture and identify the fault based on the description given. You will be given 5 minutes to answer this activity. Please pause this video before proceeding to checking the answers. Let us check. Are your answers correct? If so, you've guessed it right. Now let us proceed to activity 2. Walk to the different faults. The objective: students should be able to describe the different types of faults, use illustrations to explain how movements along faults generate earthquakes, and identify the most common types of faults in the Philippines. You will be needing the following materials: diagrams of different types of faults with description. For the instruction, you're going to take a gallery walk to the different types of faults and observe and complete the table by filling in the correct information needed. Your teacher is going to prepare the 4 stations containing the information of the different types of plates. A maximum of 5 minutes per station will be given to each group. You will have a total of 20 minutes to complete this activity. And here is the rubric for your guide and how you will be graded for this activity. Guide questions. Number 1. What are the 3 types or general types of faults? Number 2. What are the most common types of faults found in the Philippines? Number 3. How will you describe the movements of the plates in which the Philippines is located? Number 4. How do the movements along faults generate earthquakes in each type of fault? Complete the table as you move on to the different stations. Answers to guide questions. Formative assessment. Checking the answers. Day 4. Warm-up discussion. Are you in a safe location? Provide your answer to the class if you think you are safe or not safe in your location from earthquakes. You will be given 1 minute to share your answers to the class. Activity 3. Are we in a safe location? The objectives. Students should be able to analyze the Philippine fault lines and answer the processing questions. The materials needed: a printed copy of the map to aid the presentation, an instruction to display a regional map that shows the fault lines relevant to your city. Please contextualize this activity according to your location. Let us watch this short video.
Ginaulat pa karon sa Davao City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office ang resulta sa gipaygayong Walk the Fault sa Davao City sa pakigalayon sa Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology Confivox. Sumala sa training officer sa CDRRMO nga si Lyndon Ancahas. Kung magawas na ang resulta, mamahimo silang proponent sa konseho sa pagpasa sa balaod, din mahimo na nga no-build zone ang mga lugar dool sa mga fault line. Ang Davao City dunay 5 ka mga fault line nga mo ang Tamugan, Lacson, Dacudaw, Pangyanbiao ug New Carmen. Ana sa 60 ka mga barangay ang maagian sa 5 ka mga fault line. Una na sab nga nagrekomenda ang FIVOX nga dili na papuy-an ang mga apektadong lugar alang sa seguridad sa mga residente.
Identify itong asag itong fault line na siya ginatawag na no build zone. So if money siya ang fault line katong 5 meters to the left and right, no, both sides ng fault line, ipa-declare siya as no build zone.
Based in the video, there are 5 fault lines in Davao City. Can you name the 5 fault lines in Davao City? We have the Tamugan, Lacson, Dacudaw, Pangyanbiao, and New Carmen. Formative assessment. Checking the answers. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you find this video helpful to you. And if you do so, please do show some support and subscribe to my channel, as this would help me in making similar videos and contents like this. See you again next time on my next video.